So hopefully my face isn't red. It wasn't as bad in the video that I uploaded. It did do it a few times, but it was not nearly as bad as the other times when I tried to make a video. But anyways, I told you guys I was going to briefly update you guys on our life, and yeah, I'm not very sure how I'm going to go about this because I don't see how I can really update you guys without spilling the beans, without getting into too much detail. So I just have to really watch myself, I guess. And before I continue on with this video, I just want to make it very clear that to the people who watch me, the people that have been watching me ever since I've been pregnant with Savannah, the people who really do care sincerely about my family, I have no issue sharing my life with you guys. It's the people, the strangers that I don't know, the people that don't talk to me, the people that just say hi, like at the store, and I'm like, I never saw you before, I never even heard from you before. And it's like, I have people watching me that are not even subscribed to me that just randomly watch a video. And that is what I'm not comfortable with. I'm not comfortable, obviously, with the people who want to just wish harm on my family. Because like I said in the last video, I do believe in positive and negative energy. I really do. That might sound weird or corny to some of you, but I believe if there are people who watch me who just wish bad things upon my family, I think there could be that could be that I don't know. I just feel like it's just not good. I don't know how to explain it. It's not that people have power, but it's just the fact that it's not. I don't think it's healthy, to have people wishing harm upon your family. I mean, I don't want that, and I just kind of want to prevent it. So if I say, oh yeah, we're doing so great, like everything's great, then someone's gonna watch my video and say, oh no, like I want them to have struggles. I hope things don't be great no more. Or if things are bad, really, really bad, I don't want people to wish, oh yeah, good, I hope that continues to be bad. I don't want none of that. So I have to kind of just, I don't know, I just have to decide what I want to do here, because, I really don't even know how I can update you guys on my life without telling you about my life. How do you do that? I don't know. So I could be just totally wasting my time here making this video, and because I'm not going to edit the video, so I can totally have just like a moment and just ramble on and decide later, because I have done this before. I have just decided not to upload it because it's just I talk too much, and I'm not comfortable with it. So hopefully I can do this video without wasting my time, because I would like to go to bed, and I've actually I don't know, I really need to go to bed, so I'm definitely trying to go to bed a little bit earlier. So there's a little update for you guys on that. But yeah, I really have issues actually falling asleep because my body hurts. I've been having extreme hip pain. I actually found out. See, this is where I don't even know if I want to tell you guys. I really don't, because there's, like I said, I don't want negative people, wishing negative crap on my family, but I'm just going to tell you guys I have arthritis, so just that's all I'm going to say. So that makes things extremely painful. I'm only 25, so that really sucks. But anyways, besides that, I kind of want to talk about Daniel's job. I just want to say something very briefly about it. I did make a video asking guys what the pay rate is for journeyman and foreman. We know in our city, but see, the thing of it is, California, the pay scale does vary, because the Bay Area, you're supposed to make a lot more money, and that's what we were thinking, because he's actually working towards that area, and I don't want to say too much, but I guess supposedly the job either has to be privilege wage, or you have to live there, and we obviously don't live out there, so for us it's not going to be higher pay for the situation. So, but he did get promoted as a foreman, and he's been an electrician for a very long time, like I don't even know. He said the other day 18 years, but I don't know if that's right. I think 16 years, something like that. He's been an electrician for a very long time, and he's always been a journeyman, but like he's always had the journeyman title, but he's ran jobs before. He just never got the title before as a foreman, and this is the first time the title has been given to him. And yeah, so he did get a pay raise, but we feel like, well, when Daniel got with this company, he set a price and they gave him what he asked for. And since Daniel's other previous employers, Daniel said a little bit more than what he's been getting at other jobs, right? And we thought that was good. But basically, other jobs just really undercutted Daniel's pay, like really bad. Like, so we weren't even like realizing how bad it was until Daniel was working at this company, and the owner actually, the owner actually told him like what pay rate journeymans get, and we're like, wow, like that is like, yeah. So he was still getting, obviously at this job, he was still, as a journeyman, he was still getting in the pay, in the pay scale, but it was, we just could not believe, like, how on the lower side he was getting, and we thought what he was getting was pretty decent, but because of the other companies, always gave him way less than what they should have, it made us feel like it was more at this company, but in reality, it was still a ways away from being, like, from the higher pay scale of the pay scale. So he was pretty much kind of in the middle. So anyways, though, when he got the pay raise, the company basically gave him the high scale of a journeyman pay on the high scale end. So yeah, Daniel knows from other foremen he's worked with how much they get paid, and he was expecting something like that, and it is a couple dollars lower than what he should be getting, and I'm not going to even say, but yeah, it's definitely no, but it's definitely not. How do I explain this? So the pay raise that he got was a big pay raise, but it was it was like I told you, explained it was in the journeyman scale pay raise because he was getting so much lower than what I don't know how to explain it. It was a big pay raise, but still for being a journeyman. But because he was getting so much less, that's why it looks this way. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. But anyways, his boss told him that he would give him more once because it's a lot of underground work. So once he sees how that goes, he will give him more. So it's really not the company's fault. It's really, honestly, if Daniel would have asked for the right pay amount the first time when he got hired, we wouldn't even have an issue. But I mean, they can't just give him like an extreme pay raise, and that's what it would have been. They already gave him a good chunk of pay raise. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it without telling you numbers. I'm not going to tell you numbers because no one else on the internet tells any. Other people are very discreet about income and all that. So I'm not going to. But he did get a pay raise, and he is a foreman. And so far, he doesn't really like it because of the job itself, of the people that work there. Just assholes, pretty much. Not his boss or anything, but like the other construction people. I guess it's just, he says it's like, it's like kindergarten, he's like he feels like he's the principal, the kindergarten, because they're all crying all the time. So yeah, it's funny to have him come home and he just tells me a whole bunch of stuff, that happened, and yeah. So anyways, though, so that's that. Yeah, I don't want to get into too much more detail about it. But yeah, California definitely is not just, it's definitely everywhere. It's different pay, so that's what kind of makes that complicated as well. So yeah, and another thing, this is really not going to be a very brief update because I want to tell you guys some of the things. But you remember how we moved into this house after all that drama happened at the other house? We're still in this house. And what happened was we were paying rent, and the landlady wasn't paying her mortgage. I thought the house was paid off, but I guess it wasn't, because new people came and bought it from her, because this house is already in foreclosure and all that crap, short sale and all. It was in a bad process. So we got new landlords basically, and they are slumlords. They wanted us to sign a new lease with them. We did under conditions, that they would fix shit, and they never did. So now we're basically going to be fighting with them because they're trying to kick us out, but it's absolutely illegal what they're doing because they did not fix anything. And I told them straight up that I'm not going to pay them rent until they fix it, and I didn't pay them rent for this month because of what they did. I already gave her one chance and she didn't go through with it, so I said screw it, and basically she tried to serve us without serving us. It's really complicated, so now we have to go to the courthouse and fight. So that's really, I don't know, it's just not, I don't know how this is all going to pan out because she just left papers at our door, and it says on the papers that she served us, and that's not correct. And then it says we only have, because in California, once you get served, you only have 5 days to respond, and that means you have 5 days to get your ass down to the courthouse, court office, whatever the hell it's called, and like write out, to give your plead. And if you don't do that, then you literally after 5 days, after they give you that paper on your door, you can get kicked out if you do not go down to the courthouse. So if we don't do this, we only have 2 days left to do this. If we don't do this, we will be kicked out. It's very illegal that we have to tell them because it's not proper. She didn't properly serve us, so I don't know how this is all going to pan out. They should know it that, I don't know, they should seriously see that she did, because there's no signature from us or anything. And it seems like she just got the papers from the courthouse and she just slammed them on her door. And other people had to, get like a sheriff out here to try to serve us correctly. And if what happens is if they don't get to serve you, like if the sheriff tries to knock on your door so many days and they can't reach you, then the sheriff has to go to the courthouse and ask the judge if they can mail it to you to serve you. So this is definitely not the way to do it. She's just trying to cut corners, and Daniel was saying it's going to backfire. It should backfire. She'll more than likely have to start the whole process over because that's what we read at least, that if you don't get served properly, like she does it illegally, it's going to make the whole thing longer. But I don't have a really good feeling about it. I feel like once we get down there, they're going to want us to give our answer. Either they're just going to say, well, you got served anyway. I don't know how it's all going to pan out. She's a real slime, so I just don't know. Daniel's saying they usually never take the, our side anyways in court, because we're like, not to say the low lives, but that they're the rich ones. The landlady's a rich one. We're the poor ones renting, but we didn't do nothing wrong. She didn't fix anything, and Daniel took off work to have this stupid guy come out because he actually talked to somebody to try to fix something, one of her guys, and he flaked on us. Daniel took a whole day off work, and the guy flaked on us and never fixed anything. So we didn't want to deal with him no more. So, it's just ridiculous. It's like a big game that she's trying to play. And the things that are wrong with this house is that we are infested with black widows. How nice is that? It's so disgusting, and we've done everything in our power to get rid of them. If I take a bath in this house, which I do all the time, I'm like on a rush because the longer because I take hot baths. If I'm in there for like an hour, I can be sure to come out and there will be at least 10 black widows just coming from, I don't know, from this area, like on the wall. They'll be on the ceiling, and it's just disgusting. And I was actually, after my shower the other day, like black widows just falling down in the bathroom. It was just disgusting. I don't even know. We're just infested, and the garage is not going to be fun with all our stuff out there. It is infested. So we're probably going to have to bomb the garage when we do move out. But yeah, this is definitely not a house I want to stay in anyways, but, like, I don't know, moving's very costly, and when Daniel was, laid off or whatever, it was hard because we had a lot of things pile up, and you know how it is when you don't have income for a few months. It sucks, so yeah, I mean, moving's very expensive, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But as far as the job goes and everything, that's going. So, and another thing I want to talk about is I got messages because I made a video a while back, I don't know, a few months ago or something like that, talking about a fourth baby, and I do want to talk about that very briefly. Mr. in time. Hopefully this won't be longer than 20 minutes. My arm, well, the vein in my arm, the vein in this arm, the one I'm holding the phone with, it gets really big if I hold my arm out for this long. So it's really painful actually. So I want to wrap it up soon. But basically, it feels like my vein's gonna pop. I don't know. But what I want to talk about is I got really nasty messages from people saying like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you want a fourth baby. I thought you guys were having financial struggles. Why would you want to do that? It's so stupid." First, I want to say something. Anybody, seriously, anybody can lose their job at any time. No one's job is safe. Really, in all reality, no one is. Life happens, shit happens with companies all day, every day. Shit goes wrong. You could be jobless as well. I want to explain something really fast here. Daniel was, the project was pushed back. The project that was supposed to start in December, so he didn't get to work there. He didn't get to start his the electrical project, the job site. So that's what made everything so shitty. That the project took 2 months to start, and that really hurt us, financially. I mean, we're not rich by any means, and it just, for us, we can't have 2 months without work, and that's how a lot of families are. I just want to say that. But when he is working, things are good, and this was at a job where he wasn't getting the right amount of pay either. So that's why we couldn't even have savings or anything like that. So, and also back in October when he was working at that other job, that guy screwed Daniel over 2 weeks of income, so he didn't pay him for 2 weeks, and shit went wrong. So that really put us back as well. So we were already trying to catch up for that, and then have him be, laid off for 2 months. That hurt us. So, but what I want to say is that just because we had hard times a few months ago or whatever, that, like, if we were trying to conceive back at that time, I would understand people's concern. Like, it's stupid to try to conceive if you are in a hole. But to say that we should never try for another baby because we had hard times before, well, I just want to make this very clear. If that was the case, then none of our children would be born, because we've had, a rough 11 years, ups and downs, like just like every other family. But you can't put your life on hold because you don't know if you're going to lose your job. And if you are in construction, then shit maybe could happen. But I just want to say this as well. I would not be trying for another baby if it looked like Daniel would be unemployed anytime soon. I would not do that. I probably wouldn't even be thinking of another baby if he was still with the same job company, because that was just, it was like every project that ended, it took a couple months for the next one to start. And that's not how, I'm not going to even say much, but you know what I mean? Like, you guys have to trust in me that I'm not stupid, and I'm not selfish like that. I love my kids. And honestly, I have 3 kids right now, and we cannot afford for Daniel to be laid off at all because we have 3 kids, So to say that we should have another one because he might get laid off, well, he needs to get another job if he ever gets laid off like that anyways. And he would have had another job if we had the internet on. If Comcast wasn't such a crappy ass company, that just wanted to rob you of every penny you had. And also, we didn't even have family to help us, get online or anything like that at that point. It was really hard and really tough, but, we pulled through it, and that's the point. But to say I shouldn't have another baby because of what happened, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. This is my life. If you don't want to hear me talk about wanting another child because we had financial struggles and we're not freaking millionaires, then we'll go somewhere else. Go to someone else's channel, because this is reality. I'm going to tell you how it is. But, yeah. Financially, financially, having a fourth baby that is not even the case of what is, making me and Daniel want to, reconsider. It's actually just, we're not even 100% sure we want a fourth. I'm so iffy on it, I mean, I feel like if we have a fourth, I want to get pregnant now, I'm not gonna lie, because of Savannah's age gap with the baby. I wanted Savannah and the next baby to be pretty close in age if we did have a next. And she would be 3.5 years old by the time the baby's born. And Owen was almost 5. He was over 4.5 when Savannah was born. And that was, a pretty good size age gap, but they're not. Cheyenne and Owen are only 2 years and 10 days apart in age gap, and they're they're like brother and sister. No shit, they are like best friends. That's my point, and it's just so nice, And so 3.5 years. I don't want to push it no further than that. I think that might be perfect. That might be a really good age gap, but nothing more, because if it gets further apart, then they're not going to be buddies. I feel like they're going to be more of like Savannah's going to be a big sister to that baby, and I want them to be more as like best friends. Like I don't know how to explain it. I want them to be close. So, but yeah, so TikTok, as far as age gaps go, and my age as well, because I'll be right before I turn 26 if I get pregnant right now. And also, Cheyenne, she'll be 10 years old, over 10 years old, and Owen will be over 8, and then Savannah will be 3.5. So, like TikTok, so with that. And also my health, like, could I handle another pregnancy? Realistically, I really don't know. Like, I have high blood pressure ever since I had Savannah that does not go down. I don't know how it'll all be, I really don't. Now I have arthritis, and I just don't know. So I feel like if I wait any longer, my health could get, it'll get worse. So I'm just very cautious, and I want to make the right decision. And yeah, but I definitely do not think, like, I'm not worried about a fourth baby as far as the income goes. I really am not, because we have 3 kids that we need to support regardless. And, like, the biggest thing is Daniel gets another job ASAP if anything ever happens. And when he was applying for jobs back when he got this one, he had a whole bunch of people writing him. And yeah, so I'm really not concerned. I mean, knock on wood. But I always will be concerned in the back of my head, because like I said, no one should be cocky, and act like, they can never, like they're unfireable, because that's ridiculous. So yeah. It's other things, like, because a baby is it's a life-changing thing, having another baby. And I just want to make sure it's the best decision for us. But I honestly feel like there is this little person up in heaven waiting for me to have him or her. That's what I feel. I just feel like there is a little baby waiting, for me to have him or her. And that is what it really kind of bothers me. Like, I know that there's another baby out there waiting for me. It's just weird to explain. That might just sound weird, but it's, I don't know. I still feel complete with Savannah. Like, far as, like, her as my last baby. And she, like, I've been soaking it up with her. She's almost 3 years old, and I still look at her as a little baby. And another thing I want to clarify is that I don't necessarily have baby fever. I mean, I love little babies and all that, but I'm not wanting another one to have a little baby. I want another one because I feel like there is just one more baby out there up in heaven waiting for me to have him or her. And that kind of bothers me, knowing that, like, having that feeling that they're my baby. I don't know why I have that feeling, but I just feel like there is. And I want to have another one because all 3 of my kids have different personalities, and they're such their own little person, as it should be. But I'm so curious to know what the next baby will be like, I don't know, and the family, to grow my family, have a bigger family, have it close together, and just have like this amazing, close, big family. I want that so bad. And 3 is really not that big. And 4, maybe I'll feel like it's, more bigger, more complete. I'm not sure. But I just want a bigger family. I want to have big Thanksgiving dinners in the future. I want to have just, family around. Because if you think about it, if all my kids get married, and if I have 4 kids, that'll be 8, 8 kids, because I will consider my daughter-in-law or son-in-laws, I will consider them, as my kids as well. So that's like 8 kids, I look at it like that. Then my grandbabies, and all that stuff. So I just want a bigger family. So I don't know, Daniel's iffy on it a little bit, because it is a huge decision, and there's really never a right time to have a baby. You just have to go with your gut, and you have to do it. If you really feel like it's, like, if another one's meant for your family, then gotta go for it. I was iffy on Savannah because Owen was such a hard baby / toddler that I wanted to wait. That's why I waited till he turned 4 to conceive Savannah. And I'm so happy that I did that, because what if I didn't, then she would never be here. And I just think about that every day, like, oh my God, like, what if I didn't, what if I let my fears get in the way? She would never be here. And I cannot think about my life without Savannah. She has given us so much joy, and that's what I keep thinking about. It's like, every baby brings joy to a family, and it cannot be a bad thing, So But the health of me carrying another baby, I want to make sure I could do that. I need to ask my doctor. I need to make sure it's the right thing to do because I don't want to like get pregnant and then have a whole bunch of complications for the baby, or me even. I don't want to like end up dying because my blood pressure went up to the to over the 200 range. It was insane, and it wasn't a good situation when I gave birth to Savannah. And I'm just so lucky that I didn't get a C-section and that I made it out alive. So that really worries me. I was bleeding a lot after I had her as well, almost needed a blood transfusion. So I might have even had one. I'm not even 100% sure. It was all a blur. But a whole bunch of bad things happened after I had her. I mean, she was beautiful and perfect, but with me, things just really went bad. And I was only 22 when I had her, so I'm 25 now. So it just kind of worries me, The longer I wait, just the scarier it gets. So I don't know. So that's just my little rundown for that. But to say, I don't want to hear people say, well, I can't believe you and him want another baby, because you guys have financial issues. Like, okay, yeah, we did. Not saying life's perfect right now. We have a lot of crap to, sort out with this stupid house situation and even our van. But the point is, like, does the future look promising? That's the question, And if I feel like it is, then that is me and Daniel's decision. So yeah, obviously the only thing that's keeping me from really, I want to get pregnant right now for the due date situation because that's like perfect as far as their age gaps, would be Savannah and the new baby. But I don't want to be pregnant when we're moving. I don't want to be even chancing that. So even though I was early pregnant when when we moved with Owen. So, but yeah, I would like to have the new house, and then get pregnant. But then that would, how it is. If you due dates, then it's going to be close to my birthday, and I don't really want that. This will be an early due date in April, so if I got pregnant right now, but I really don't think we're going to get pregnant. Because I don't think, like, me and him are both, like, on edges about it. Like, we're not 100% on it. So, yeah, I'm not sure how it's all going to pan out. But, yeah, I don't know. We have to, see what's going on with this house situation. I don't know if we're going to, fight her in court and she's going to fix the repairs. At the end of the day, I really don't want to stay here that long. So I really don't know what's all going to happen, but we'll see. She's definitely trying to pull a fast one, and it's just ridiculous. I hate landlords that don't want to fix the shit. I don't even know why she'd want to sign them, because she told us that because we signed a year lease here, and we thought it was all good if she fixed everything, And she's like, yeah, I'm not going to even touch, like the floors and everything. She's like, until you guys move out in a year. She's like, I have like a whole year. Like, she kept bragging, like, how she has like a whole year until she has to do like major repairs. So I think, she just thought that she was going to be a slumlord and get away with it. But when she realized we weren't going to pay her rent, she went fast to the courthouse. So we have to figure it out because she just wants us out now before she gets someone else in here, which is funny because the houses around here, they just sit. No one rents them. So, yeah, because no one's going to want to rent this house, in the condition that's in. She's going to have to do some major repairs, and I know she doesn't want to pay for it. So, yeah, it's going to be the joke's on her when the house is sitting, and then she has to fix shit, So, anyways, though, yeah, I try to not go too much in detail. I don't know if I gave too much out. Maybe I did. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I don't really want to hear too much about, if you have negative stuff to say about me and him having another baby, you can keep it to yourself because I don't go writing comments or messages to people, giving them the third degree. Because, shit happens in life. And like I said before, none of my kids would be here if I, if I got scared about life, like, oh no, what if this and this happens? You can't live like that, Like, if you seriously want another baby, and if things are okay right then and there in your life, then there should be no guilt, because you thought everything was good when, it happened. Like, nothing is guaranteed in stone, like, nothing is. Unless you are a millionaire, but even then, you can get lawsuit or something, then that could be taken away. So, you know what I mean? So anyways, that's all I'm gonna say. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.